These are the 5 top tips to check when buying a second-hand sofa. Going with number 1 is any rips. And guys, I like to start by texting the seller and making sure that it does not have any rips before I turn up to view the sofa in person. Because the last thing you want to do is come and make a journey to his place and then you realize that there's something unexpected. The way I do this, check the corners, so the front, the back, and any contact surface areas like the arm, the back, or where it's mostly sat on. So go around the sofa, double check and make sure that there is no rips on the sofa. Number 2 is any damages, and this also includes structural damages, because sofas, or majority of sofas, they have a wooden frame with metal, springs, leather, foam. So you want to go around, touch as much parts of the sofa as possible to make sure that there is no damages, and especially no structural damages. The other thing I like to check is springs. All sofas, or majority of the sofas, are made with internal springs, and they attach from here all the way to the back, whether it's leather sofas or fabric sofas. So the way to check this is by putting your hand on the cushion, on the seating cushion, and press down, starting from one side and go all the way down. When you firmly press down, you want to make sure the pressure is exactly the same. If one is loose or one is going down more than the other, that means there is a loose or a broken spring inside. And this is something that I would avoid if you ever buy a sofa that has a broken spring, because it is extremely difficult to repair and it might cost you a lot of money to call someone to get it repaired. So this is something I would avoid. Another thing which I've realized is check for color fades. And by the way, guys, these tips, I like to do them by texting the seller first. But when you go to the property or you go to the place, you want to make sure that none of these things are on the sofa you're buying. So when it comes to fades, ask the seller, is there any discoloring or is there any color fades? Whether it's a leather sofa or whether it's a fabric sofa. Sometimes certain fabric sofas, people position them next to a window bay or in the conservatory, and one side gets more sunlight than the other. So you'll realize that, for example, this arm is more lighter than the other arm. And this is something that is extremely difficult to tell from a picture. So I would ask the seller, and when going there, it's something worth checking. So check and make sure there is no color fades on the sofa to make sure that what you're buying is what you are expecting. Last but not least is measurements. Guys, this is really, really important. Always measure up where you're putting the sofa in your property or anywhere that you're going to take the sofa to. Make sure the space is right for the sofa. Even take a measuring tape with you, and when you go to view the sofa, measure it up. Even if the seller has already given you the measurements, you double check yourself, because the last thing you want to do, and I've seen this so many times, is when you go to pick up a sofa and you bring it back to your house, the measurements are wrong. And then you're having to either bring it back to the seller or you are stuck with it now. And I've done this in the past where I've actually bought sofas from people, and the reason why they're selling it, not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it does not fit where they need it to be, because they mismeasured or they haven't measured in the first place. So guys, these are the 5 top tips I look out for when buying a second-hand sofa. I hope this video has been useful and I hope it's helped you, and thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.